Hello and welcome to Real Talk. This show is where I talk about things that relate to me and perhaps to you. Today, we're going to talk about depression. This topic has come up a lot lately due to the passing of the great Robin Williams. I've tossed around talking about this and doing a video for a very long time, but I feel like, especially after this is something I really want to talk about with a lot of the upcoming events in my life that will be happening. So, I'm not a very big-time person. I have a pretty small and amazing following, and I thank everyone for their support. Now, the reason I'm making this video is because I have to open up to people. A lot of things are starting to happen, and I need the people that are involved in them to understand me before I get involved with them so that things don't go badly. So, let's start with the three big things, I guess. I'm looking at going back to college. I'm starting up a small group of YouTubers who hopefully will be able to grow and do videos together and just make friends. This is my cheap way of doing so. And third, I am getting involved in the Juice Smite community, which is something I've put off for a very long time because of reasons you'll understand shortly. And this may be possibly the reason that you're actually watching this. So these three things are big events for me, and they scare the living hell out of me. I was once part of another Smite community, but because of what I suffer from, I came across the wrong way a lot of times. People didn't understand exactly how to deal with me. I was accused of some stuff that I know never actually happened, or at least never happened in the way that they were told. And because of this, I've lost all my friends from such a community. And it cost me what would have been a pretty awesome job. So yes, I suffer from depression, anxiety, and pretty much every part of passive-aggressive disorder that you can look at. Coping with this is supposed to be treated with, friends who love you and help you. And they kind of mostly all left. Not all of them, but most of them. Even after saying they had my backs, they still generally left. And, yeah. It's, I've talked about this before, but again, I wanted to talk about this again. So, yeah, it's cost me a lot. People tend to shy away because it's hard to talk to somebody who can sometimes just be irrational or not even understand what they're saying, because they are saying it, but it's not in a context that the other person thinks of. And so I would love to say, it's their loss, not mine, but sadly my mind doesn't allow me to think of it that way because I am hyper-emotional at times. And I want to be part of these communities that are coming into my life because of various reasons. I want to scream, whenever DM Brandon makes an amazing play. I want to get to know Juice Shadow because he seems like an awesome guy. Purified seems like a pretty cool guy. Not Fat so much. No, I'm kidding. He won't watch this anyway, so it doesn't matter. But anyway, and then I want to grow this little community of YouTubers that I am getting together because we're all kind of in the same position. Some of us may get, 1 view a video. Some of us may get, 10,000 views a video. We're still the small fries of YouTube. And, going at it alone, I've been doing that for a long time. I've done YouTube for over 2 years now. which is very depressing when you look at where I'm at. But I've quit twice. If I had stayed with it, if my depression hadn't beaten me, then I would be somewhere way better than I am now. But it did. And so, yeah, it sucks. And I would love for it to go away, but it's not going to. No medication is going to help me for what I have, nor could I even afford to buy said medication. And it's really tough because I can be petty, spiteful, angry, jealous, arrogant, sweet, charming, adorable, crying, sad, happy, amazing, and silly all at the same time, and not even realize that I am any of those negative ones. And that's probably the worst part, is I don't realize it. I've told a story several times about how I was working somewhere, and I'd apparently been hitting on this chick for like a month, and she was married. And she discovered that I had no clue that I was even doing this. And so one day she's just like, hey, yo, this is happening. And I'm just like, oh, yeah, whoops. So yeah, that's me. I am all of those things at once. I don't really know that I'm doing it, but I am. I won't like somebody and I'll just flat out say it. And part of the reason could be because I'm jealous that they are so much better than I am, that they have gotten so much further than me. I've been petty against Dry Bear because me and Dry Bear started YouTube at the same time, and I love Dry Bear. He's not my favorite streamer, but I love Dry Bear. But because it comes down to me thinking, well, he's, if I stayed in this, blah, blah, blah. I didn't. So I don't get the right to, but I do, and I hate it. And this goes for a lot of things. And so, yes, I want to grow this little community. I want to someday maybe become part of Juice so that I can work beside DM, because he has earned my utmost respect in the way that he handles things. And even though sometimes maybe he gets a little bit more angry than I would like, I still 100% defend him anytime I get to see somebody talking crap about him. And I get so mad when people who have said things like in his face are just like, oh, hey, friend. I hate that. I really hate that. So yes, I fight depression. I fight passive-aggressive disorder, or whatever you want to call it exactly. I get spills of where I go through and I say in my brain constantly, well, Hi-Rez doesn't support me because I'm worthless, and, my friends all left because I'm worthless, and the world doesn't want me because I'm worthless. That's always lingering in the back of my mind, and I'm always just, I'm not suicidal, okay, just throwing this out here before, people get worried. You have no worries about that. Sadly, not sadly, my best quality is the fact that I never break a promise, and there are promises in place. So yeah. Oh, that's very depressing. This was not supposed to hit me this hard. God, did I miss anything? I have a script, and I haven't. I followed along loosely with parts of it. I don't know. I'm gonna say I'm done. That's it. I just want to thank everyone who's watched this video, for everyone who supported me, I don't want your sympathy. I just want people to understand that, you know what? I may make a video and I'm not super happy and excited. I might get angry at my, teammates. I might cuss. Heaven forbid a grown man cusses. I might do all of these things. But at the end of the day, I 100% I love everyone. I'm the biggest softie and the biggest jackass at the same time. It's terrifying to think about. But I really do thank all of you who have supported me, who have, tossed likes up on videos, because God knows that for some reason does the world for me to see that people actually cared enough to take a second and hit the button. That will completely change the mood of a day, which is very, very sad, that I base my life on, my YouTube life on that. And I want to thank everyone who's ever left a kind word on my video, who's still following me to hear this. And as always, guys, have a wonderful day.